When you hear the phrase consulting case frameworks, are you thinking,
what the hell is that?
If so, then you've stumbled across the right video, because here we'll be talking about what frameworks really are, how and why they're used in consulting, and what you need to do in this area to help you land a job at some of the most competitive consulting firms. So if that's you, make sure to stick around till the end. Hi, my name's Henry. I'm an incoming BCG consultant, and here at the Consulting Axis, our mission is to help you align your future in consulting and beyond. So if that sounds good, then consider subscribing and turning on bell notifications so you don't miss anything. But for now, let's get right into the video. So firstly, the big question, what really is a framework? Well, it may seem like just a bit of a buzzword, but all it is a way of breaking a problem down into its different parts so you can focus on each one individually, rather than having to try and solve a problem all in one go. This is a really great technique, and you may not have realised it, but you do this in your daily life. For example, let's say you're packing for a holiday. Now what I end up doing is thinking, okay, what clothes do I need, then what tech stuff, etc. I go on like this. I'm creating a framework so I can focus on each one individually rather than having to try and think of everything I need to pack, meaning I've got less chance of forgetting things. And we could go beyond this if we wanted to. For example, we could break clothes into the top half and bottom half of our bodies, and maybe even break down some of the other categories too. Now the point here with frameworks is that they're incredibly helpful, but you need to know when to stop, because the main goal is to solve the problem, not just come up with a really long framework, and there comes a point where it's pointless to go any further. So hopefully now you have a good idea of what a framework is in an abstract sense, but how does this help consultants solve a real world business problem? Well, they do exactly what we did with packing our bags, but in their scenario the issue is potentially a very complex business problem, and that means it's even more important to be able to break the problem down because it's so complex. Also, in real life consulting, when you've got a team of people solving a problem, frameworks have the added benefit of making delegation that much easier, because you can delegate by just giving different parts of the framework to different people. So now let's go on to an example. Let's say we want to create a framework for the following business case. So a tractor manufacturer wants you to decide whether they should start making electrical tractors. So how could you think about breaking this problem down? Well, this could be done in many ways and may change depending on your client's goal, but let's just keep it simple and forget about that for now. So firstly, you could break this problem down into the company and the market. So what does your client's tractor company look like, and what is the market looking like for electrical tractors? Now on the company side, you could split this into things like capabilities and capital. So does your client have the resources to make electrical tractors? Do they have the skilled workforce or the machinery to do so? And the capital, that means does your client have the investable money to actually make this transition to make electrical tractors? Now on the market side, you could split this into things like size, growth and competitors. So how much money is there in this market? What is the future looking like? And who does your client have to compete with? Now don't worry if you're thinking,
I couldn't do that.
Because, well, firstly, there is no real correct answer when it comes to frameworks, so don't get too focused on finding the perfect framework, because there really isn't one. And also, if you feel like you want more structured help with this, then I've actually got an online course which will teach you everything you need to know about consulting case interviews, and you can find the link to that in the description. But now, let's get back to the video. So now you know what frameworks are and how they can be used in consulting, what do you need to do to prepare for your consulting case interviews with regards to frameworks? Well, the good thing is you don't have to always come up with a fresh new framework. You can grab ideas from frameworks that have already been made for you. For example, I'll show you what the profitability framework looks like, which is very helpful when you want to work out why a company's profits have been declining. But be careful, you must not force-fit frameworks or tell your interviewer that you're using a specific one. Knowing some pre-made frameworks is definitely helpful, but you need to make sure that the one you make in your interview is specific to the case they give you. And I've actually got a video on how to do this, which I'll link in the description and at the end of this video. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope now you've got a better understanding of consulting case frameworks, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. It's free and it really does help me out a lot. But for now, best of luck with your consulting applications.